Hey, so YouTube loves big numbers, so if you could do me a huge favor and smash that like, crush that subscribe, and maybe even leave a comment. Thank you. All right, 6:46 in the morning. Yeah, this is what remains of the campsite. Seems to be the time I think it takes for me to get ready in the morning. For everything is 45 minutes. Because I think yesterday I got up and left at 6:30, and today I got up at 6:45. Yeah, yesterday's alarm was at 5:45. Got it. Yep. So anyway, we're off again. Let's say hello and goodbye to this beautiful bridge. And we're back to it. Let's see, what's this sign say? Stover Spring 5.9 and Belden 53.8. Neat. Hey, check that out. It's coming up over this hill. Wow. Let's see. Well, if the camera would focus better, let's see here. Kind of see it through the trees. Maybe we'll get a better view when I go higher. Great, just what I want to do. More uphill. Was that an elk? I don't know what that was. There we go, that's a much better view. Less trees in the way. Yeah, all right. Yeah, buddy, look at this. I got to the top of the hill. So now it's gonna be almost 8 miles of down and flat. That is beautiful. It was only like 1 mile coming up the hill. So I'll make that trade. Sounds good to me. Oh man, you guys, I just took the most peaceful and nicest trail dump I've taken in recent memory. I don't think I've had one that nice since Idlewild. I'm not going to be all descriptive or anything, but like the sand, or the soil wasn't super rocky or rooty like it was up in Washington and Oregon. There were no clouds of mosquitoes that I had to fight. I didn't even have to worry about people. It was like, wow, this is what it must feel like to be a bear. Trail's looking a little barren today. It's been quite a bit of this. Yep. There are a lot of burn sections on the PCT. More and more every year, it seems. I'm sure that's not going to be a trend that's going to change. I wonder, at what point is it going to be a scenic trail, or if it's going to stop being a scenic trail, if it's just 90% burn area, you know? I mean, again, don't get me wrong. Burns are important because it's just part of the natural cycle of things, but at a certain point, between us preventing burns and then the climate change causing more and worse ones, I mean, Something's got to give. I won't rant. Check this out. That used to be a tree. And obviously, Bigfoot ripped it right out of the ground. What a monster. See, they've been doing it a lot in these areas. Just tearing these trees right out of the ground. No mercy. Ah, yes. Just the same way not all water sources are made equal. Not all bridges are made equal. This one has a little less love and care, a little less ingenuity. Obviously, that was the engineering intern. Hey, check it out. There's some carpet here. You got a hose for a shower. That's pretty cool. At least they let the intern shower. I gotta figure out if this is actually the way I'm going. I was just excited to cross the bridge. Now, I joked about the idiot test yesterday, or the check yesterday, but this is the second shovel I've seen. Just abandoned to the fires. How many shovels will it take for you guys to realize that climate change is a impending issue? It's an innocent shovel. It had a wife shovel and a bunch of little, what are they? You know, trowels. Yeah, I had a bunch of little trowels at home. And a pickaxe, which it had to really question how that happened. Oddly enough, the mailman is a pickaxe. But we won't go into that here. Okay, I can't read it. How many miles to the next water? You know, I really didn't think the trees out here would be good for anything, being burnt and all, but okay, that's cool. Not what I expected to see in the wilderness. This may be the least helpful information kiosk I've ever seen. Oh, okay. The only thing it tells me is there's been a fire. Sorry, my knee is sore. Oh wow, this one actually has some information on it still. Neat. And this one is the most preserved of them all. Too bad my shadow's gonna get in the way if I really look at it. This little bench is like the essence of saying, we will rebuild. Check out the art too. This time it doesn't say anything profane. Very neat. All right, let's look both ways here. This is the way to Chester. I'm not going to Chester. I'm continuing on, but that is the way. So, looking at the map, it's going to be about 10 miles of mostly up. I'm not entirely thrilled, but it is what it is. Hey, look. Wow. Either Sasquatch did that, or a bored construction worker. Very artistic of them. Maybe it was aliens. I heard that there is a supposed UFO crash site. It'll be about 100 and some odd miles from me, but we'll get there. Maybe we'll even discover the truth. Unlike Fox Mulder and Dana Scully. they never did discover the truth, I don't think. Check this one out. It's like entering the velociraptor cages in Jurassic Park. Stay close. Can't let them out. Where do I go? Maybe this way? Maybe that way. It looks like a trail over there. Let's see, what do the footprints say? I think I see some prints this way. Okay. Yeah, okay, there's a footprint. There's some footprints, good. You know, it's much harder when you're not in the bubble to figure out where you're going because all the hiker tracks disappear. I didn't even know I was in Bacala Ranch. But okay, whatever works. Bacala. Sounds like a food. I guess it's, I'm not ashamed to say that it's only been a couple days and I'm already thinking of all the delicious town foods. You know, let's see. I started on March. It is currently the end of September. I was off for a month and a half. You know, I've almost been just living in the wilderness for half of the year. Like, I've almost spent 6 months in the wilderness. Interesting. You guys really need to make up your mind here. One or the other, come on now. All right, kind of a bridge here. Then this happened. The bridge is out. Must be that Drake burning everything. Look at this, it's beautiful. Water in the wasteland. Yeah, buddy. And it's flowing water too, not that water we saw earlier. Oh. Another news. I've been fighting chafed nipples again. Sheesh. It's bad today. My left one was bleeding. That was not cool. Thank goodness for tape, right? All right, folks, say goodbye to the water source. This will actually make a pretty nice couple camp spots over here. I think there's 2 or 3. Anyway, when I was putting on my backpack, instantly I knew that my water wasn't in the little holders. They reminded me of those secret agent movies where they're like, do you know the weight of your weapon without the bullets? I was like, yeah, that's how pro of a backpacker I am now. I know the weight of my backpack with or without the water. Be impressed. Well, I was wondering why I was getting so winded so easy. So I looked at the elevation profile, and when I get to the top of this, I'll be about 7,600 feet. To give you an idea, in Washington, generally I was fluctuating around the 3,000 to 5,000s towards the end there. So a little bit higher. Maybe I'm gonna not push the 30s quite yet, but I'm still gonna shoot for like a 25 today, I think. We'll see. It's like just barely like 1 o'clock. So I've been sitting here on this rock and I've been watching just giant tree branches fall from these trees. Hopefully nothing hopefully nothing clobbers me. But there's a lot of them. They'll just snap and fall. Wow, look at that view, huh? Got a pretty sizable lake out there. Some woods and some burn area. And if I go just a little farther, I think you might be able to see, well, maybe not from here. Oh yeah, right there. I think you can see that town. Yeah, right through there. I think that was Chester. Chester, the one that I was going to go to. Well, not going to go to, but the one that I passed the road to earlier today. But, yep, that's kind of a nice view. I'll be much happier when I get to the top here. It's still a couple miles, but this elevation is killing me. I had to stop a couple times, you know, just rock hopping. Didn't think I'd have to do that again until the Sierras. But yeah, the elevation snuck up on me. I didn't even realize how high we are here. Oh well. When I'm pretty much gonna hit the camp I'm going to, and it's gonna be a good ways downhill. So it was like, I think 1,400 feet climbing from where I last checked, and then it's going to go down a whole bunch after that. So that'll be nice. And I'll be close to some water because I'm going to be at, it's like Little Cub River or stream or something. All I remember is Little Cub and some kind of water. Sometimes you have to go over a really big log. Sometimes you just go through it. There we go. This is a better view, right? A little bit easier to see everything. Man. This up is killing me. So I have 2 special surprises in store for the next scenes. Stay tuned. All right, you guys, here's the first surprise. Yeah, I hit the midpoint. I'm halfway done. It only took me half the year. This is the register here. I'll sign it. Okay, it was gasket. That's what I was trying to think of. Mooch and gasket. And when I met them, I thought they were doing the calendar year triple, but I guess they're doing the yo-yo of the PCT instead. Maybe they were talking about somebody else that was doing the calendar year triple. The crows out here are crazy. So they're making all sorts of weird noises that you don't usually hear them make in the suburbs. Well, I know that they make these noises, but I don't think I've ever actually heard them do it in the city, you know. But anyway, they're flying up to these branches, and I think they're breaking them on purpose, because they'll be making a whole bunch of noise, they'll go quiet, and then a branch will break and fall from like the top of the tree and make a big crash, and then they'll fly around and start making all sorts of noises again. So I think they're making a sport out of branch breaking. Anyway, in about a mile and a half, we'll get to the next surprise. This isn't the surprise, but take a look at the view. Yeah, look at those mountains with all those trees. That really big field over there. Very nice. Oh yeah, the hills in the background. Look at that. There we go, getting the close-ups. Yeah. It's what people want to see. It's the close-ups. Not too bad. Wouldn't want to be lost out there though. Another thing, I didn't realize this until just now, but I'm actually higher than all of those mountains over there. Like I'm above them. Wow. I mean, maybe not the ones way back there. Maybe those are around the same height as where I'm at, but look at these. Look at these little guys. Tiny dwarf mountains. Should name them Pluto Mountain. Pluto's always been a planet in my heart though, so I won't do that. Again, not the surprise, but check out the view. You're gonna have to wait for your surprise. Yeah, you see I'm kind of on the saddle here. Let's check that out. Let's get closer. Get a better shot here. Yeah, check that out. Nice. All right. The surprise is coming, you guys. I swear it. I saw this glass shimmer at me. And I looked over and I saw this old rusty can. And this. I don't know what's inside. But it looks tasty. I'll tell you what I find after I eat it. Oh man. Alright, well, I am happy that I'm going down, but you see, the surprise was going to be, I thought there was going to be a sign for the trail junction. There really should be a sign, although truth be told, somebody probably stole it. But it was going to be the trail junction to Butt Mountain. Yep. And I'm not even exaggerating here. It's B-U-T-T Mountain. You know, most mountains, things like that, actually were named by explorers referencing breasts, and obviously whoever named this one had something else on his mind. But yep, there is a Butt Mountain. It really should be a butte. How great would it be if it was Butt Butte? Anyway, it's all downhill from here to my campsite. So I'll be thankful for being able to actually go downhill and also ending up at a lower elevation. So maybe you could breathe a little easier. Going up and down the hills here, but check it out. Some of them are dead, some of them are mossy. So I think I'm gonna call it an evening earlier than I anticipated again. Originally I was gonna try to do about 29 today. Then the hill, the altitude kicked my butt all the way up to Butt Mountain. And then I was like, well, I'll make it to Little Cub Creek or whatever it's called. But now it's still maybe about 4.5 miles. So I think I'm just gonna call it at this next spot, which it's too bad. I wanted to do at least 25 today. And Little Cub would have been right at 25. I think a hair under. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go to this next spring area instead, I think. You know, just gotta get the body acclimated. You gotta walk before you can run. You gotta 20 before you can 25 and 30 and so on. Especially if the altitude is vastly different, right? Getting some really weird rocks over here. I thought I passed a lava plug earlier, so maybe. See, look at this. Look at how that is. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, there's a bunch more. Kind of neat. Oh, you can see, if you see in the bushes there, you might be able to see the shimmer of all of the spider webs. The spiders are going nuts over here. I think in some of those dead areas with a lot of debris, there's like probably a lot of bugs, and the spiders just going absolutely crazy. Like they have their webs like strung across the trail, and all across, like, you know, you just see them all over the place. And it's like, when you walk on the trail, you're gonna break these things, right? They're not gonna, you know, be there when somebody walks by. So I know for a fact that I might be, what, 2, maybe 3 hours behind other hikers. So these spiders are not messing around. They're very busy. I'm gonna have to close up my tent extra tight tonight. Okay, I think I made it. I think this is the area to camp. And I told you it's real. Butt Mountain. Check it out, butthead. It's like your name, but there's something missing. You know, so there's like a thought I had. You know how there's Mount Rainier, there's Mount Hood, You know, why isn't it Mount Butt? So I heard that the deer here are very assertive. They like aggressively try to get your stuff. This one took about 20 minutes to find me. I was beginning to think they wouldn't come. See, he's not even afraid of me here, talking. He's keeping a little bit of a distance, but definitely want to have my my gear inside my tent. I heard there's others too. Oh, there is, look. See? Back there. Yeah, so there's at least two. They're trying to eat my trekking poles. They want to lick the salts from my body, but I won't let them. All right, good evening. I'm trying to get this done before it gets too dark, so you can kind of see my face. But I got chased in here by the mosquitoes. I finished my dinner. I was chilling with the deer, but the mosquitoes are here. And I must have killed like 7 or 8 of them. But they're back. So anyway, today, not as many miles as I wanted to do. I mean, I was planning to do 29 something. Then the altitude caught up to me. So I ended up doing something in the low 20s or low to mid. Pretty sure it's like maybe 23-ish. I don't know. I'll do the math. It'll be on the title. But yeah, that altitude, it's almost double what I had in Washington when I left off. I mean, you know, it sneaks up on you. I was doing fast, shallow breaths for a bit, and I was like, yeah, this has happened before, just after Baden-Powell. I mean, I'm not expecting to get like altitude sickness at this altitude, but it still takes the breath out of you. I mean, I think it's a little over 2 miles high where I'm at right now. I'll have to double check. But yeah, otherwise, not a whole lot for scenery. I mean, there was some pretty nice views when I got to the top of the hill, but not as scenic as the Cascades. But that's okay. I heard from some of my friends. You might remember I've mentioned them before. IPA and Iron Maiden. I thought they were northbound people, but apparently they're flip-floppers, and apparently they're like a day or 2 behind. So that's pretty cool. They said they're going to try to catch up to me. And I know that I was not able to keep up with Bubble Wrap. He's a fast guy. He left like 15 minutes before me. And when I saw a northbound hiker, he's like, oh yeah, I saw like 6 people and then 1 guy by himself, and that was like an hour ago. And I was like, wow, you know, he really got some distance. It helps when, you know, you keep going compared to me, who rock hops, because I just find all the comfortable rocks and I sit on them for like a couple minutes because I just gotta catch my breath. But it is what it is. I'll probably catch up to him at a town or something, because he said he was gonna do a couple zeros at like Tahoe and stuff like that. But you know, even though I did like, you know, probably low 20s today, you know, that's pretty good. I mean, especially with the altitude. I'll work my way up to the mid and high 20s and 30s. It just takes time. But it's getting dark, and I will bid you adieu. Thank you for joining me today.